Okay, so here's my 101st Airborne helmet. This is specifically a Paratrooper liner. Kind of an uncommon thing, but overall they're pretty affordable, if you really look for them. But anyways, I've showed this helmet off in the past, but that was a really long time ago and a few things have changed about it. I guess on a quick side note, I haven't really been focusing on the 101st as much as I used to. Way back when I was doing the 187th Reconnaissance, and that was pretty cool and all, but I kind of started focusing on the 1st Cavalry. That's just kind of been my primary interest since then. However, I am still going to be doing the like a 101st Airborne video, so I guess keep an eye out on that. But here's the helmet. You know, I've seen original helmets with traced camo. It's not super common, but it still happened. Um, my theory is that it's just kind of a psychological sort of thing. I'm not entirely sure if it improves the camo, but it could have. But I've seen a few guys do that. I've seen a lot of like early war photos of guys doing that, but like 67 or 68, or I guess mid-war photos, I suppose. But on the, I guess, left side, it's heavily heavily copied off an original helmet of a 101st Airborne guy shooting a very early war M16. I think it's called like the XM16 E1 or something like that. It's just one of those really early war variants with the 3-prong, and it doesn't have like the guard where the button for the magazine release and that kind of thing. But yeah, he's shooting this, and his helmet has Mr. this specific graffiti. It has Mr. Going Home, and then EDS June 14th, and I think his like exit date, or his release date, it was supposed to be on that side, but I think it faded off. But it was supposed to be 69, and then on his helmet he had 2 squares with something scribbled off it. I literally just copied like exact, I suppose, on I guess the left side of the helmet. He had a calendar, and it was really hard to see, but if you really zoom in on it, you could see it. But yeah, and then I guess on the very bottom where the cigarettes are, there was California and a few X's for whatever reason. I think maybe that might have been like tally marks or something. But yeah, I guess on a side note, these are original cigarettes along with matches. However, cigarettes aren't in here, and the cigarettes that were in there were actually menthols, which was pretty interesting. But yeah, these are unmarked cigarettes, so I guess the boring kind. There used to be my blood type on here, but it faded away. This is just something, I guess, kind of different. Forrest Gump did this on his helmet, and I thought it was pretty interesting, so I copied it. So what you're supposed to do is, I don't know if this is historically accurate. I don't know if anyone has ever done it, but I thought this was such a unique and different thing. I figured I'd copy it. But this is just my last name, middle name, and then, or last name, first name, and then middle name. And then, unit number. So, 187th. But yeah. MRE toilet paper and original toilet paper. Pretty much early war, and then late war, I guess. That's what they looked like. And then a P38, nothing special about that. And then an original sweatband. And then I also forgot to mention that this is just a repro cover. I was really unhappy with the, I guess, the twig pattern, because it's just so thick. It doesn't look correct. Like, let me look for one. This one right here, I really hate. Along with, I don't know, the shape is just completely off, but I guess they kind of got the leaves correct, so that's kind of the reason why I traced the camo. But yeah, that's pretty much the liner. Also, I put the liner on backwards. This side was actually supposed to go on the back, and this side was supposed to go on the front, but you know, I guess just my fuck up. Here's the liner. It has the Y yokes, as do most airborne liners, and it has chin strap, or yeah, a chin strap. I don't know if this is Vietnam or post-war, but it looks pretty Vietnam to me. I picked up this liner from a surplus store, and I believe this one's 60s dated, but I'm not entirely sure, or it could be early 70s dated, but again, I'm not entirely sure. Main reason why is because the DSA is conveniently worn out, and you can't really see it, but you know, it wasn't really convenient. It just sucks because the reason why it came off was because of these clips, but you know, there's that. Nothing special about this. There's this weird thing right there, but yeah, my liner's all taped up. Reason being is that's what the paratroopers did back then. This is just the correct tape they used. Also, the chin strap is attached to the liner, as you can see, just to pretty much keep it in. You know, kind of sucks if it would fall out when you're jumping out of a plane, but yeah, it's all taped up just to keep things together. This padding is kind of like a late war thing. I don't know the guy's name, but he apparently jumped out of a plane and the buckle fractured his skull and it killed him when he landed. So they started putting these pads in. I got this pad for free. It came with my tropical rucksack. But yeah, this thing's pretty much pimped out. I've used a lot of like original photos and stuff just to see where they would tape it. Some of them would actually just tape the liner straight up to the helmet, and it doesn't look entirely nice, but I mean, that's not really what you're going for whenever you tape a liner. But yeah, this is pretty much my helmet. I guess on a side note, I'll show the date, the sweatband, and then I don't really know the date of the nap strap. It's kind of hidden from these stitches, but yeah, there's that. But yep, that's my 101st helmet. I'll catch you guys later.